Okay, I think we're live. I am. Home Kiki is live now. I think so. Let's double check. Fun times, guys. Fun times. Yes, so. Okay, so it looks like we're live. And I want to know if you can hear me because I am mic'd up. So I'm going to just double check that. It's the first time I'm being mic'd up. Yep. Okay, you can hear me. I'm gonna do like 100 things at one time. So first of all, I hope everyone is safe at home. And I came on here because I post a lot over on the Instagram, and I did a couple of videos giving my tips and suggestions of how I started the e-home staging. So I just wanted to come on here and share that those videos are in the IGTV part of home staging by Home with Kiki. So they're there. But when I posted it, there were a few questions. So I promised that I would come on here and answer those questions because a few of those people that asked those are here, and there's a lot more home stagers here. So the biggest question was how you actually start with the client. So the client has reached out and you secured the contract. So you know you're good to go. And if you need a contract, there's I'm offering next week the modify. So the contract that I have on my shop site is actually for vacants, some rental furniture, going in, doing work, getting hands-on staging. And I'm going to put on the shop site next week the modified contract that I use when it's just like a consult, nothing else. With that, a couple of the questions were, okay, you secured the client, then what? And I was like, then you send the email. So the number one question I got was, well, then what do? You send the email with the questionnaire. It's a 7-page questionnaire. I actually call it a client profile. And then their checklist of all the photos you want. The client profile, 7 pages, and it asks all the questions that I usually do if I'm on site at a consultation. And then that helps you get started when you put your report together so that you don't have to be on the phone for an hour asking all those questions. And then the checklist of photos. So they know exactly what I want photos of. Once all that is emailed back to you, that's when you actually start the project, the consultation, or your offsite work. So you've secured them. They're out of state. They signed the contract. The modified, simple. It's like a 2-page contract. You still really don't start working. When you really start is when they have sent back your 7-page client profile questionnaire and all the photos, and I use Dropbox for that. And that's when you start the actual project, which usually, as I discuss on Instagram, it takes about 4 to 5 hours, and then you're done, and then you send everything back. So then the question was, how do I send everything back? I use Dropbox because the files get big. The report is huge. The photos that are all marked up are huge, and then it includes the floor plan and the mood boards for their shopping. So then the next biggest question that I got was, once you have sent everything over and they're going to start their project, they're going to start their DIYs, they're going to go through the reports, how do you price if they keep emailing you with questions, which always happens. So when you sent the initial contract, it says this is what the flat fee is going to include. And then after I've handed everything over to you, I charge my hourly rate. And I shared on there that I use an app that's on the computer and on the phone that tracks how you can time your hourly rate. And I charge it by 15-minute increments. So what I do is if I'm getting a lot of email and texts from this out-of-state client, I don't reply to every single one right away. And they know that. We've covered that before we sign contracts. I let them know you could email me all day, you could text me 100 times, but I'm not going to reply to every single one. I wait for a set block of time, usually like within the hour or so, where I can sit down and start the timer and reply to everything in a row. And I usually reply via email and kind of have it all like bullet points of what they were asking. So then I can safely charge by the 15-minute increments, my flat offsite hourly rate, and using the app on my laptop, which is called freshbooks.com. At the end of the month, it automatically goes into an invoice, and I only invoice once a month. I invoice at the first of the month. You could do it at the end of the month, whatever you want. So that was the next biggest question. And then I think the third most popular question was, how do you start promoting this? How do you start offering this, especially right now because of everything that's going on? And so I said in the part one of that video, of those two videos, in the part one, I said, you got to get yourself set up. It only takes a couple days to get it all going. I think the only thing that costs money to set up is design files, which if you don't even have to use that, you can use Photoshop if you have that for your mood boards, your purchase boards. But the reason I like the design files is because there's automatic links. So if they see the chandelier or they see the lamp or the rug they need to purchase, they can just click on it and it goes straight to an online site. So in the first part of the video, I said you need to get yourself set up. Once you're set up, then you can offer and start marketing. And probably the best way is, honestly, that has worked for me, is through Instagram with using the proper hashtags of the location. So instead of saying like Chicago home stager, if you want to expand to out of different states, different cities, start using those hashtags. Hashtag Nashville home stager, hashtag, California home stager, so that you start showing up in searches. Okay. So those were the three huge questions that were asked repeatedly. I hope I answered it. I'm going to head over to Instagram too and to try to share some of that over there. If you have any more questions, just always let me know. I'm always here to help. And then don't forget to head to the shop, my Squarespace shop. It is actually a link in my Instagram profile. So just head to my Instagram profile. It's the only link up there, and it'll take you straight to the client questionnaire. Stay safe. Good luck.